Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Scorpio. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Excuse me. So what we have is the ways, which is representing clearly a choice, right, in direction. And we have the clover. The clover has been given in the reverse. So I feel like that somebody could be feeling down on their luck when it comes to a love situation. I feel like they are hoping for a lucky break or to get a lucky break when it comes to a choice that they're trying to make when it comes to the ways, okay? Which is the crossroads. So the ways indicates that there is a decision to be made. They're looking to the past, so it is connected to a past situation or person. It is about choices. It is a very emotional crossroads. It's telling you that it's time to choose, and you will need to choose wisely because there's like a sense of finality to the choice. Okay? Now, I mean, that may not be a bad thing. Okay? And maybe it's a choice to leave, to break a pattern or to change something that would turn your luck around, you know? So once you do make this choice, it is unlikely you will have the opportunity to go back and re-choose. So really it is saying that you need to choose wisely. And it is, I feel, what they are trying to do. Okay, so they're looking back to the past, to this situation. Clearly we see over here this very emotional choice, but this person has a tendency to be very imaginative, and because of the Page of Cups, which gets all the emotions stirred up, you know, and especially that we have this future card here. Oh yeah, look at that, what's underneath it. I'll come back to that one. But yeah, so when it comes to the future card here, future card is somebody who's looking to or imagining a future situation, and they're actually dissecting it. So they're looking at every possibility or even every consequence attached to something that they need to do. So they're very worried. And there's the reflection. They're reflecting on the toad, and the toad is looking to this future card. The toad is, it's an action that you, for some reason, may be hesitant or not feeling good about taking this action for some reason. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you're afraid of being hurt, getting your heart broken, turned down, for whatever reason. But yet, if you take the action, it would be rewarding or would result in a reward. But you must take the action to find out, you see. And that's the hard part. So this, we begin with the boar, and it is a feeling of being threatened when they look to the past. So maybe something they did or something that ended badly, maybe harsh words were said in parting. The other person would not have seen this coming, but in hindsight now, it's possible that there's a realization that maybe they didn't have the correct information or all of the information. It could be that somebody was not given a chance to defend themselves because they wouldn't have saw it coming. Maybe this person had something on their mind and it was like, you do not get a chance to explain. It's like they didn't give them that chance at all. So anyway, there was this confrontation of some kind where one person didn't see it coming. It brought about an abrupt ending, I feel, and left someone in a very dark place with a lot of worry. There's some very intense feelings attached to that situation and attached to this choice. And with the imagination stirred in, it's just, I feel, it's like it's prolonging something that somebody has to do because the imagination creates all of these fears and holds them back from doing it. They don't have all of the information, or they feel now that they don't. This situation in the past feels threatening to them. So maybe they're not sure if they were right or wrong, possibly, but to go back could mean to be hurt again, possibly. Because either way, the elixirs here, either way, it's like they got to go here in order to heal one way or the other. It's having the courage to do it, to go back and get this information that they need. But you're talking about a huge change here. And they don't know what that action or what that change, if they made that change, because right now nothing's going on. Okay, except heartbreak, worry, thinking about the future, worrying, stuck in the past, worrying. Something needs to change, but they're afraid by what that means exactly. Does it mean if they step out of this somewhat of a safety zone, I suppose, and go get those answers, or will they just end up back here again hurt and wounded? Or would it open the door to maybe prove they were wrong back here and have this new beginning? They're obsessing over that situation, or even feeling guilty for having thought that person was hiding something. See, they don't know. They don't know if the other person was hiding something or not. It's just that all of the information they had, based upon all of their past experiences, told them that that person was hiding something. But, I mean, that's the imagination. Based upon the past that was never healed. Every experience this person has ever had, they never healed it. Look, every one of them still bleeds. And that created this mindset of fear and lack of trust. And this is something this person would have thought of obsessively. And now, because of that, because of those bleeding swords, and because of the imagination, um, they're here. That's the consequence of not taking care of those, and jumping to conclusions, not thinking things through, not letting somebody explain even, not getting the facts straight. And it has been a pattern. The devil is here, but we see that pattern in those 9 swords, and it's just one thing stacked on top of the other. And, really, where they need to look at that bottom sword there. This would be the one that was responsible for all of those other swords. So something needs to change here, having to do with a pattern or a way of thinking. Also having to do with their situation. They're not happy in their situation. If you're not happy in the situation that you're in, well, you always have the choice to change it. The beauty is, if you make a wrong choice, you can always make another one. So if you don't want to make another wrong choice, though, you want to learn where did you go wrong. In order to know where you went wrong, how did you end up here, you have to look behind you. Because clearly there was something they weren't seeing back here. So, and see how they cover their eyes on this death card down here? Oh, something in their belief system here is changing or needs to change, because the Hierophant is down flat on his face. Death is just walking over him, And, again, we can tie that all into the 9 swords, the 10 of swords. Crying over spilt milk. There's regret for something, or for a decision, a judgment, a behavior, something that happened in the past. Words that were spoken, the way something went, there's regret. There's a lot of sorrow over past events, and this is somebody wishing that they could change that, wishing that they could turn back the hands of time and maybe do something differently. Well, they maybe can't change what happened, but they can learn from it and make a new choice. And so here we see them. This is they're in the 4 of Swords energy, and they're preparing. They're preparing to get a larger view. So they are actually preparing to get that bird's eye view through getting the facts. This is what is changing. A new way of thinking. They're going after the facts here. And they're prepared. This is heavily on their mind. So we see that this person has to take action. It's what they're going to do. It's what they're thinking about, and it is what they're going to do, because they're laying on this sword. The sword is some type of communication decision that they are about to take that will set themselves free from the situation that they're in. To do that, they must communicate. They must go back and get that sort of, get that truth, or speak their own truth. Get the facts. This may have been taking time because, see, they're all worried about, and they worry so much that it makes them feel ill, literally ill. So they're worried about what they're going to receive. Should they make this choice to step out of this comfort zone that they've created? But in fact, it's not really a comfort zone. If they really look at it, it's a prison. It's an emotional and mental prison that they've created for themselves. They're not happy there. And they're not free. They're not free from all of these thoughts. You may not visibly see these bars on this prison, but you can feel them. And this has been going on for some time, and this is what needs to change. I feel like this person may have been very set in their ways, or maybe they don't deal very well. He doesn't deal very well in the emotional area. Well, in other areas he does quite well. And I feel like this person is somebody who they want to get something back. They're not ready or willing at this point. Maybe this is something they've decided, that they're not willing to give up on this relationship. So they have an idea for a future event here. We see the idea. This could be some insight they have. It could be a way that is shown. But something happens that helps this person see this situation differently, and allows them to make this most necessary and desired change. And it's coming with the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is like overcoming difficulties. It's turning your luck around, and basically that's what they wanted to do. Actually, see, it's all tying in here. It's what they needed to do. There's that toad. The one thing they were worried about doing is the one thing they really needed to do. And in actually taking that action, and we know they do because the Knight of Wands is here and he's riding back. After he put the distance between you, he now returns. Yeah. So he actually ended it. And between there and here, this person has learned a lot about themselves and about this situation. And so this is, they themselves are turning their luck around. And they could have done it all along. See, this is somebody here. They've been so stubborn, this person. Taking another look at a lost opportunity. Looking back at what was written. Looking back at what needed to change or needed to go. And owning up to responsibility with that toad. Once they take the leap, the frog, he leaps. Once they take that leap, and it's going to be a very sudden move. It's like the turning of the page, basically, and that's what death is, and it's at the heart of the reading. They had the power to do this all along. The Hierophant is learning what you need to know. Very important. And that's what I said. I feel like this person has grown in leaps and bounds from the time that happened to the time they actually decide to go back. Not the same person. You know, inside. And that will reflect out. You will see it. Because, you know, what's going on within us. I mean, just look at your outer world. That's a reflection of your inner world. So here, their outer world was a mess. So in order to fix that, they had to go and clean up, basically, their inner world. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.